Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my kitchen for another wild and crazy episode. Today I want to show you how to make a Spanakopita wheel, or one of those round ones you get in the frozen food section. Very easy to find them there. Just throw them in your oven and you're done. But the truth is, my friends, two things. Number one, you don't know what the hell's in them and what they put in them, and that's for sure. Number two, today I'm going to show you exactly how easy it is to make it right in your own place with just the typical ingredients that you would find in it, like phyllo pastry, eggs, feta cheese that I throw in for a little bit of brightness to the flavor, a few herbs, olive oil, and of course, spinach. There's nothing else to this, and I'm going to show you an easy technique to make it look all nice and pretty. So first things first, I'm going to fire up my pan here, get that going and preheating. I'm going to add a little bit of my Greek extra virgin olive oil that I'm going to use to basically coat my phyllo pastry with. And what I'm going to do first is one onion is going to go into my food processor. And what I'm going to do is very simply, I'm just going to cut it up so that way it'll be easier to work. Pop it in to our pan here. This will not take long at all. Our onions here are basically just going to go translucent. We don't want to really cook them down to complete caramelization, just enough to render their flavors out. The next part of this is our herbs. Typically for my Spanakopitas in general, I use a little bit of parsley as well. So I'm going to pop that into my little mini meat processor. And something that's important that a lot of people don't realize is dill. My friends, a little fresh dill will give you that certain up factor in the flavor. And that, along with our spinach, adds a really nice flavor profile. So give that a nice little whiz there. So now I'm going to take our dill and put it in with our sauteing onion. The flavors are now going to start coming out. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. This is actually very similar to what regular Spanakopitas are. Typically in Greece, the Spanakopita, they basically do not put any feta cheese in it at all. I prefer to go the other route. I put about 150 grams of feta in mine. It just makes everything that much more creamy, and it just brings a little bit of that tang into this. Now, the star of the show, I'm going to take about 600 grams of frozen spinach. Now, before everybody gets their panties in a bunch as to why frozen spinach, I love using frozen spinach. And in fact, if you're in Canada in the wintertime, anything frozen that's a fruit or a veggie is your friend. Believe me. Look at this. Things happening all over the place. So now that our filling is pretty much ready to go, and it's ready for the next phase, which is for it to get all mixed in, what I'm going to do is take it, put it into a little bowl. At this stage of the game as well, you want to make sure your oven is preheated to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 180 degrees Celsius. Get that off and going, and that way, one less thing to worry about. The next thing to go in here is our feta cheese. For this, again, I'm using about 150 grams. I like to go heavier on my feta, but that's just me. And in my world, you can't forget the feta. So put that in there just like that. And it's just enough to give it a little brininess, a little bit of tang. That's all. That's all you need. And this I can save for bedtime snack. Anyway, so along with this, I'm going to take a little bit more extra virgin olive oil, Greek of course. A little bit of pepper will go in here. I'm not adding any salt, only because I don't want my Spanakopita to be overly salty or overly briny, and that's a no-no. That's definitely not what I want or what I'm looking for. To you, for you, it's totally fine and up to you. All my recipes, as you probably know, are salt and pepper to taste. Next, I'm going to grab a little bowl here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to crack 2 eggs, nice and easy in here. This is like really no pressure cooking, very easy. I'm going to grab a little whisk. I'm just going to real quick whip up my eggs. This is going to act as a binder for my Spanakopita or my Spanakopita. That's going to go in there as well. Done. Get this out of the way. Not really a big fan of clutter in the kitchen. So get that kind of moving around. And by now, our spinach has also had a chance to cool. So it's not going to actually cook the egg. It's going to actually just use it as a binder. The next part now is working with my phyllo. And this is where all the technique is, or all the magic, or whatever, that goes into making the pita itself in terms of a round wheel or pinwheel shape. Now for this, I will tell you, it's all about doing it little by little. I'm going to take 1 sheet of phyllo the lengthwise way, just like this. I'm going to take a little bit of my olive oil, and I'm just going to kind of gently and loosely spread it around the phyllo. It doesn't have to go exactly across every single square centimeter, but you want a fairly even and decent spread. Okay, so that's 1. I'm going to take a 2nd sheet of phyllo now, and this way you have to work a bit quickly as well, because you don't want the phyllo drying out on you. Take that and just place it directly over this. Even if it's on 100% directly, it doesn't matter. And again, the same deal, very loose. You're going to kind of brush over a little bit of olive oil as evenly as you can. Nothing to this. And here it is. I'm going to take my filling and I'm going to place it in a row along the upper edge of my phyllo. Just like that. Now, trick here. This is where all the marbles are, my friends. And I like to go generous when it comes to my filling. You don't want no like little wussy, little wimpy little pita. So feel free to go generous. Totally fine. So all I'm going to do now is very, very carefully take this and roll this as evenly as you can do it, just like this, and as tightly as you can do it. See where I'm going with this? Roll it and roll it and roll it. Now grab the edges and bring it back to you a little bit and keep going and keep going. Keep going. Perfect. Just like that. We're going to take our pan here, and what I'm going to do very carefully is you're going to put a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of your pan and around the sides. Keep it from sticking. And what you're going to do is you're going to carefully, very carefully, twist this into the first kind of knot, or the first kind of circle. There you go. That's the first one. I'm going to take my pan here. Let's move this here. And what we're going to carefully do is position this around here, so that way the one part goes into the next of our Spanakopita, and we just continue going around. And there, my friends, is our roll. Now, as we continue on, the next part before we actually bake this is give this a good drizzling of our Greek extra virgin olive oil. Just like that. And we're going to pop this into our oven, 375, for about 45 minutes to an hour, give or take. We want the top of this to become golden brown and flaky crispy. Alrighty, this is just out of the oven. It is like scorching hot, but I don't care. It's absolutely perfect. My strifti Spanakopita is actually just beautifully golden brown. You guys hear that? That's exactly what we're looking for here. It's a little thicker than most prefer, but this is so freaking worth it. In this case, more is more. So it's also broken on one little side, but that's okay. I can live with that, believe me. There are greater like wrongs in the world. So I'm just gonna move this here and very carefully position it on my board. That's perfect, just like that right there. Look at that. That's absolutely gorgeous. See, this is where my little tear was. Not a big deal at all. So now I'm just going to take my trusty pizza cutter. I'm going to twist this around so you could all see this. It's going to cut a little piece off the end there just for myself. Oh, look at that. Look at that inside here. Wow. Still hot, but so delicious. Here goes. That is absolutely perfect. That is absolutely delicious. Spinach, star of our show. The other herbs we put in, the dill and the parsley, doing backup vocals. And our feta is the percussion. It's bringing up that little tang, that little kind of brininess. Absolutely fantastic. I can't tell you. This is perfect, my friends. So I hope you try this. Nothing to this at all. It looks like really complicated, but it really isn't. So please hit that like button. I hope you like this. Try this and send me your pics. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, I thank you very much for watching. I'm Ken. Bye for now.